that day, so it was a Tuesday, I got the email. Those emails, ever since 2017, when they initially changed it from a variable fee structure, basing like, because Swim University was sending so much traffic and so much sales to Amazon that they're just giving me like an 8% rate, a commission rate across the board. They changed that to a fixed structure in 2017, and that killed one of my businesses, Roasty Coffee, which I ended up selling. So it did not hurt Swim University, because Swim University is in the outdoor and lawn and garden category on Amazon. And yeah, I always read those changes to their policy. When they come through, and they always give me like a slight miniature panic attack. And this time when I opened up the email, I had a full-blown panic attack and just drank myself to sleep. Just really just like, not lying, like just poured liquor and beer down my gullet until I was like, everything's great. I'll fix it tomorrow. And then that's when the next day I woke up, because I was angry that day. So I was drinking and writing. And that's like, it's great because it's like a lubrication. You get the words out, but then you go back and you read, you're like, oh God, yeah. Let me clean up some of the language and let me fix some stuff, and instead of complaining, make it more proactive. And so, yeah, overall though, since that day, I've been so heads down on another project and my team all kind of stepped up to the plate. We have a very small team of about like 3 or 4 people, and they all stepped up and we all figured it out together. And it was like, okay, we have a plan. We're gonna see how this goes. It happened yesterday. I have not checked Amazon Associates today. I'm a little nervous to do that, but I figured I'm not going to do anything drastic until May. I want to see how hard I'm really hit, because I thought my business was over in 2017 when they had their first cut, and it wasn't. And I was like, okay, well, maybe the same applies here. I don't really know. So we'll see. I haven't looked. I've kind of like always been expecting this. This was bound to happen at some point. And my goal for the last like 2 years ever since then really has been to shift my revenue streams percentages wise away from affiliate marketing and more into digital products and my own stuff. And not that I wanted to like lower affiliate marketing revenue, I just wanted the percentage of my digital products to be like more like 60-40 instead of like what it was. It was like 90-10, and then I've been able to get it down to like 75-25, 70-30. And I was like, it's still not enough. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at.
Cool. And I like what you said as far as like not reacting right away. There's some things that you could do when algorithm changes pop out. A lot of times, some people are quick to act. And it's really good to be calm. And you've been doing this for a long time, Matt. Yeah. Like we said, this site's been around for 15 years. You have a lot of traffic going to the site. And if you have traffic, you can adjust your revenue model. And we're going to talk about a few of those items. So just for everyone, the sort of agenda for today is Matt and I are going to talk about beer throughout. I think that's a given. The other part is we're going to talk about some of the options that Matt does have out there that he's looking at. I put several links in the description, so please check it out. It goes to moneylab.co. Matt wrote specifically about this change, and you could, get a little more detail on, Matt in general and what he's looking to do. So we're gonna talk about options and, kind of the business model. The other thing, when I was telling people that I was going to chat with you today, Matt, you're an entrepreneur. You started with affiliate marketing, like a lot of big, prominent business folks these days, but you're an entrepreneur and you've been slowly diversifying. I think it's crazy to diversify at the very beginning because you're just spread too thin. Yeah. It sounds sexy, but really you kind of have to buckle down, learn your shit in one area, and then you could branch off and do some other stuff. So, I mean, you have a few different areas of business. And for the people that don't know you at all, you just want to give like a 90-second intro and talk about some of your branches of what you got going on.
So basically, I started Swim University, like you said, in 2006, a little bit earlier than that because I bought it in 2004 and then procrastinated for a couple of years. And then finally launched it because I've been in the pool industry since I was 13. So just something like the pool industry chose me, and then I chose website design because we needed a website for my band, and we couldn't afford a designer. So I just learned, and thank God I did that because that became my career. Really, didn't go to college, started swim university, and swim university is really just like everything I know about swimming pool and hot tub care. I just threw it on a website, and you can fast forward many years, 15 years, and it's pretty much the same. We were kind of like, I mean, a lot of the articles originally I wrote, they have all been rewritten now by another person, by a team. So my original tone still exists, but it's been sort of like improved over time. And all of the videos that are on there, I did, and now Steph and I are doing with animations and stuff. So it's evolved, but not too much since it's an original. Like, we've kind of had the same philosophy on Swim University for 15 years, which is just like, we are a website for pool and hot tub owners. Our goal is to make this not complicated because a lot of people on the internet can make pool chemistry very complicated because it's chemistry and you just want to feel important as a person who understands things. So you just from the beer community, like, we love talking high level and making each other look like we know what the hell we're talking about. So the same thing in the pool industry. And so that Swim University just takes that and goes, this is not hard. It's water. Here's all you really need to know as a pool owner, because all you're really trying to do is get your pool clear and swimmable. You don't really need to understand the math and the science behind it, so which is very different from my other sites. But that's kind of been the philosophy. And it's always been about like educating and making education palatable. And I mean that by saying like funny, try to be funny, and that's really been like the secret sauce of all the things that I've ever done, is just twist of humor, just throw that little like, twist of humor in there. And it just makes my life a little bit easier because like I can write an article about pool algae and not want to kill myself. And then like, it's just, I don't know, that little twist is just helps me to want to create. Yeah, that's from university. And since then, I've created a bunch of other websites, a bunch of other projects, but the main ones have been Roasty Coffee was the next project that I did, which I eventually sold. I sold in 2018. You can read all about that whole journey on Money Lab. Then I created Money Lab, which was me. It was an answer because I was this guy who was in the like online business community. Like, I had friends and I was like part of it, but I never felt like I belonged because I was always behind the scenes at Swim University, and I had to tell people like, oh, I'm that guy. I did that thing. And so Money Lab was this way of like me having a personal brand without using my name, because my name is way too long and hard to understand and spell. And I was like, all right. And I just wanted somewhere where I could talk about like this thing that I'm truly like is an actual hobby of mine. It also is a career of mine. And so like I needed that outlet, and that's what Money Lab became. And then from there, I've done a whole bunch of other projects on Money Lab, short ones, long ones, some as big as your head, those sorts of things. So
cool.
Yeah. So Brew Cabin is another one, which is a home brewing website. All of these sites, by the way, during all this, quarantine situation have increased in traffic because people are using their pools and hot tubs way more. People are starting online businesses more than ever, and they're brewing again. Like, people like that hobby was on a downswing because there's so many breweries and you can get good beer anywhere.
So good.
And it was like, right. And so, but now everyone's like, what else am I going to do? Bake bread, make beer, swim in my pool.
It goes hand in hand, the beer and the bread too. So
yeah.
And I think, actually, I was just chatting with the person who introduced me to you, Matt, back in whenever you started, like first couple of videos for Money Lab and the blog. And so that's been like years ago. And I didn't really know you that well, but then we met around a brew kettle, started talking, and here we are now. We'd hang out if we could get near each other.
I know. It's like every week I have this thing that comes up in Asana that's like, email everybody about Friday co-working, and I'm like, I can't this week.
Month.
But I'm hoping
for a while.
In Colorado things start to get back to normal, maybe a little sooner than other parts of the country. I don't know.
I hope so.
I don't know.
I hope
so.
So
I'm not following the news. I'm literally like shut off from it. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I started to taper back on that too because there was
Yeah.
a lot of just regurgitation.